also. You can create approval flow for invoice reconciliation also.
Okay.
Okay. Same way you have for the receipt, the GR, the thing that we said, right? If you are doing a GR, in that case you need some approval in there. Then you can also have the GR level approval flow by receipt. Then requisition is already I showed you, right? And the purchase order. Purchase order is just a second. Order somewhere. Order should be there. Maybe something is not. Private requisition. Because see, generally like on purchase order, people do not use this one because like see what happens is as soon as you approve the PR, you will not no need to again approve the PO, right? Once the PR is get approved, so it's automatically like it will create a PO. So like if you are approving a PR, you are approving that yes, please go ahead, like the system should go ahead and approve the like create the purchase order. Okay, so that's why in Ariba, when we discuss on the Ariba side, as soon as the PR gets submitted, as soon as the PR gets, you submit the PR, PR get approves, and the system automatically converts into the purchase order.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why PR level approval is you can have it, and later on the PO level generally nobody uses it. So for example, if I open this one, PR, okay, and go to the history. Okay, so now you can see this is submitted. Okay, this approval is approved, order was successfully created here. So as soon as this get approved, the order got created. Okay, so approval flow on order it's not that useful, you can say. It will unnecessarily like increase your time because on purchase requisition level you are approving it.
Okay. And actually, this approval process where comes exactly? Like once invoice is created or before? That was my question also.
Okay, so understand from, for example, you designed the approval flow process for PR. Okay, first we'll start with the PR. Okay, so in this case, the approval process will come in here. You can see this approval flow. So based on your approval flow will be triggered based on your requirement. So for example, you designed last time we were discussing the approval flow, right? And we were designing that. So we will be putting some conditions like in case like the person should be from particular department or for that commodity, then only should come. Okay, so that way, so that is the reason like this will be reflecting here at the approval process. Whatever the changes based on that one, it will trigger here. Okay, and same in the invoicing and all. If you see any receipt, oh sorry, I can show you the receipt here in this one only. So receipt is here. Okay, so as of now it's not in there. Just a second. I think it will be submitted. This needs to be submitted. It's in approval process maybe. Manage. Just a second. Where is that? My to do. PR 985. The approval type. The requisition. Okay. No choice. Search. Okay, this is the second version and approve. Sorry. Okay, so this got approved. Where is that? Just a second. PORC composing. Is that one? PR number. Recent. receiving. Okay, so if you see this receipt, this any receipt that you are creating in here. Okay, so if you see this composing one, okay, if you see here, this is the approval flow. So any changes that you will learn, it will reflect here. At the receiving level, it reflect here.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is already done. So you can see this is how this get already approved. This is an approved one,
Mhm.
and the other one is in the active state. So here you will find, so whatever the thing you will be setting up at the approval level, so all those things will come in here. So if you see, like for example, like invoice. Okay, so for example, we open the invoice. At the invoice level also, you can see the approval process comes in here. So whatever the approval process you set here, it will reflect here. Okay,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
the based on the conditions, like see, this is all conditions. Okay, so manage approval process. Okay, so for example, if I search this one and then invoice. Okay, so search, this is the invoice approval process. Okay, so as of now there's only one node, right? And there's a conditions and all. Okay, so if the invoice is remote error code is not null, then this node will come into this the picture, like it will trigger, otherwise it will not trigger. Okay, so
Okay.
these are the conditions you need to apply. So you understand from this perspective that
Mm.
this approval process will be set like this. You create something in the system that needs to go to the approval of your manager. Okay, whatever you work, because you working as a buyer, and your
Mm.
manager needs to approve it whatever you do it. So every time you will be not be manually adding and all those things, right? So you will be designing this approval process in a manner that whenever you create any PR, it will automatically go to the your manager for approval. Okay,
Okay.
so same way as you are there in the company, there will be a lot of people, and they will be having different manager, right? Different teams. Okay,
Mm.
so other people's PR should not come for approval to your manager, right? It should come,
Mm.
maybe like your manager has a 5 people of team, there's a team of 5 people for your manager. Okay, there's another team. Okay, there's having another 5 people. So those 5 people's team manager is different and your team manager different. So whatever the PR you guys are creating, you out of that five, anyone if you're creating, it should go to your manager. Okay, not,
Okay.
it should not go to the another person's manager, right? So
Yeah.
how the
Yeah.
system will know? So how the system will know? Okay, so that system will know if you will be designing this thing and you will be putting some conditions. So as how you will bifurcating, that person will be, the other team will be having some different purchase organization, company code, any parameter. So based on that, you need to bifurcate. Okay, so you need to like put a condition that if the PR is from this department, or if it is from this field, then it should not trigger. So like system will check, system will, as soon as you submit the PR, in the
Mm.
background this approval flow will be checked in by the system.
Okay.
If these conditions are met, then in that case approval flow, this node will trigger. Otherwise, if this condition doesn't met, this node will not trigger.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Got it.
Okay,
Yeah. Thank you, Vijay.
Uh, uh,
no
Hi
problem,
Vijay.
welcome. Yes, please. Yes, Ramesh.
Uh, Fine. We have seen this work. Okay, so as you said, the PR approval is as good as a peer approval. If
Yes.
so, is there a provision to create PO manually in manual?
No manual PR. So you need to have a PR. Without PR, you cannot create a purchase order.
So it's a default setting in Ariba, where the
Yes,
PO creates by default. Okay, and
yes,
also
yes,
the GRs.
yes. GR comes automatically as soon as you create the purchase order and purchase order get created. A by
Mm-hmm.
default composing GR will come into the system. These are all
Okay.
standard functionality. Like if you work on this one anywhere in the world, these are all
Mhm.
basic functionality. Ariba will not, even if you request, I think they will not change any of this thing.
Okay. Okay. Uh, um, uh, can we can we keep multiple approval process for a, let's say, invoice. So can we
No,
keep? No,
multiple
right?
you
Okay.
can't keep. You need to have a approval type. As you can see this, one approval based on approval type you can define. If there's an approval type is not there, then you cannot. Okay, so approval type. Okay, approval type.
Mhm.
If you see here, invoice. Okay,
Mm.
so invoice, and you search. Just a second. Search. You can see there is only single. Like it's a simple, straightforward. So you can. So you can see only one is inactive. All are other in
Okay.
draft. So if you try to make him active, the other one will become in the draft.
Just one. Okay.
Okay, so only one thing in PR. Actually, they are in the PR. There are two types of approval process are there. Two or I think yeah, two types of this one. Just a second. Yeah,
So that
you
is
can see this.
base.
That no, just a second. Let me search. Yeah, so you can see this. One is for the amendment, another is for the aggregated requisition. The third one is the standard. So
Okay.
understand this. One is requisition process is for the normal. You created a PR, you submitted. So this approval process will be work on it. Okay. But later on, you make some changes to the PR. So then in that case, this amendment type will applicable. Amendment approval process. Okay.
Okay.
And there's another that is aggregated. So we don't use this one. You will find very less people. This aggregated requisition, basically what happens is this is system will automatically like kind of uh, pick the line items from different PR to make a more aggregated requisition. Okay, so very few people I have like frankly speaking till now I haven't seen anyone using this aggregated requisition.
Okay.
Okay, so that's why it is. So if this type is there, then you can. If this type is not there, only one will be active. Okay, so you can see also the same is for the receipt. REC receipt. Okay, so search, you can see only receipt approval process. So there's no type in this one, so only one is there, so you will be having only one approval process.
Mm. No, okay. So per a approval document, we can have only one approval process. It's a
Yes,
one-to-one
yes,
approval process.
yes, one approval process, right? That's true.
Okay.
Okay, so multiple approval process will not work in here anyways. Like as you can see, this is applicable to all, right? So whatever the RC in the system generated, it will applicable to all. So if you have multiple versions, then it will be little difficult to track and all. Okay, so that's why like this is how the system being designed. It's a design of
Okay.
Ariba that they kept it in this manner.
Okay. Okay. So fine. Okay. And while generating the receipts,
Mm-hmm.
while creating the receipts,
Okay.
there is option for subcontracting. So do we use that subcontracting?
No, we don't. Where you are getting the subcontracting? So this is the
Here
RC for a,
on the right side.
yeah. This
That,
this option is not being used in here. This is just actually this is a demo system. You are able to see this, but generally we do not use it. In production,
okay.
might you will not get it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So any other questions?
That's all. Mm.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so no problem. So this is one. Okay, so and also this, if you see this, let me show you PR version 3. What is happening?
And we are unable to create the PRs. I've raised
So you
a
can create
request.
with this one, like you can copy the old PRs rather than just creating a
No,
new one. So
no,
like for example, if you see,
I tried
this
copying
is
also.
okay. What is it? System giving you some error?
Yeah, it gives error which saying that the user does not have permission to submit the catalog items.
Okay, line items one are actually the deleted catalogs or closed contracts. We want to continue. Okay, let's see. View the requisition. Okay, this is submitted. Let's see this. What is happening in this one? Create requisition. Maybe some would have like changes something, so that's why it's like coming this way. So
Yeah, that is what.
see, a lot of people are testing, and also that's the reason I said, right? So we generally always request everyone to please do not delete or change in that manner, otherwise it creates a lot of issues.
I actually could create a PR. There is some with the series PO. We have the POs with EP series and the PO series, I guess.
Yeah. Just a second. Let me
Yeah.
get this search. So no choice. Search it. If you can see this composing and all. Ordered this laptop. Miscellaneous. Let's see, 7 September. Copy this. Let's see if it is workable or not.
I think for
Okay.
uh,
This is
it works with your ID, I guess, right? I mean,
so. I think
I mean
you
your
and
stuff.
us are no no. So you and us having the same ID, right? You guys are also
Yeah, we
using
have the
you.
yeah UX user 56, right? Yeah,
Okay,
this is
change
what I
as you
get.
do not have the record. Okay. Catalog. Okay, so this is because what happens?
Mm.
Someone has deleted the catalogs in the system.
Ah,
It generally happens because of the catalogs. Someone would have
okay.
changed or some would have deleted the catalogs.
Yeah. That is what even I was getting error when I tried to create the PR. That the
Yes.
catalogs have been deleted as such.
Deleted. Yeah, someone has deleted. Someone has like what would have been like someone would have deleted all the catalogs, or maybe like they would have changed this one, the access. So that's how it
Yeah,
happens.
right. Yeah, could be access.
Okay, no problem. So maybe like we'll get it fixed in a couple of days. No problem. Maybe early. Okay,
Mhm.
so that no need to worry. Or let me see if there's any some different item of status rather than a status supplier or someone else, because most of them are that. Okay, I want to see this. Where is the supplier? Sorry, supplier. More, no, sim prepare request. Since so let me search. Hmm, Pilot talk. This one is a control.
But I think the one that you have created that day,
Mm-hmm.
you have created a 982, right?
Yes,
985, 980,
982.
980.
That is that
Yeah,
thing is.
just
Okay, you
that
want me to use that one?
bags for laptops.
985 laptop bags for China.
985. 89. There's no PR with 984 is there, 87 is there. 85, I think
85
it's
is
in
not.
the
Yeah,
composing there. It's already
yeah,
in the composing stream.
no, it's been ordered. Is it? Okay, okay. I actually tried to change that PR.
Yes, that's why. See if you can see this PR
Yeah,
985. Right. So this is the 985
I
Canada.
cannot.
So received. It's already received.
Yeah, it's been
Ordered.
received. I just.
Yeah. So this is all we have received, right? So this is how all it is. But it's in the change status. You can see this 985. There's no way. Like this is in the new version. So we can see this is the third version is already going on of this one. You can see this is the version 3. Okay. So this is it. So we need to change it. Okay, so just a second. Let me see if I can create from there. Create requisition, requisition, contract, search for contracts. Okay, so these are the 3 contracts, right? So let's just select this first one. These are all status IT. Status IT sometimes have some issues. Mhm. So let me if anything is there.
No, I tried this way also, Vijay, but
Yes, and let's say catalog thing is not working, so maybe this is because of that it's
mm,
not reflecting to us. Okay, so no problem. We will check for the PR part. Okay, so this part will let give some time. We will get it fixed. Okay, or what we can do is just try for some other supplier. You guys tried for some other supplier because in case of status ITs looks like the supplier have like all these ones, but apart from the status IT supplier.
Okay, okay. I have to try with the different supplier. While creating PR.
Oh, just a second. Let's see if something is there. Yeah, this one. This is also using with supplier. This time is this. Okay. So if we copy this, update tag. So let's just see if it is working. Yeah. You cannot submit or save changes to request as you don't have the required permission to work on this kind of this catalog. The catalog's been deleted. Mostly like this is the issue. Okay. So because of that, it's coming in here. That's why we are also not able to see the catalogs. So let's just give some time. We will work on this one. Okay. Maybe the access or maybe this has been deleted. This happens in there. Like older version being created for the catalogs in there. Okay, so okay, no problem. So this will show you the how the catalog's been uploaded. What exactly happened in this error is manage. Okay, we need to go to the core administration. So the catalog things is needs to be uploaded via file. Okay, so if you see here, if you go down in here, the catalog things. Okay, so catalog manager. Here you will be having all the catalogs and all whatever you upload in there. Catalogs in this one. Okay, these are all the catalogs. You can see this. Okay, these are the catalogs you will be uploading in. You can compare the version and all. So you can see from here. Just a second. Where's this? Yeah. So from here you will be importing the catalogs. See, import new catalog. So if you import a new catalog, so catalogs can't be created by manually. You need to always import the new catalogs. Okay, so here you can see also create a new catalog subscription. So your or existing catalog subscription. So catalog subscription is nothing but like it's a set of bunch of items there within that particular subscription. Okay, so once you add it, so it will create a catalog subscription. You can select the supplier. Okay, so for which supplier you are uploading this catalog. Okay, then you can provide the name of the subscription. Here are the same toggle buttons are there, which will be set the approval process. Okay, like skip approval, yes and no. Okay, stop before sending to approval, activate automatically, like the items will get automatically updated before approval. Okay, allow multi supplier, like you can upload in a one file multiple catalogs from multiple suppliers. Okay, hide punch out. So there are two types of catalog. One is standard cost catalog, another is a punch out catalog. Okay, so standard catalogs are the catalogs that you are maintaining in your website, in your portal. Okay, punch out catalogs are the catalogs like you will be punching out in the sense like you will be redirected to the supplier website rather than your website. You will be redirected to the supplier website, and the data for those catalogs will not be here in your system. So it will be the responsibility for those catalogs lies with the supplier only, and you need to punch out to the supplier website. Those are known as punch out catalogs. Okay, so this is the way you will be designing these things, defining these things. Okay, tier you can like define your it's a gold catalog items and all, like this is supplier based tier based thing. Relaxed validation, this is configurations of this one, and this is the file format. Okay, CIF file format is important in this case. You will be only uploading the CIF file. Okay, this is the format for uploading the catalog. You cannot upload in Excel or in anything. Okay, this is the way you will be uploading it. So someone would have been uploaded it, and what happens is if you upload a new subscription for the supplier, the older one becomes deactivated. Okay, so someone would have been done that kind of configure thing in there. That's why it's coming in this manner. Okay, now before this I'll show you that where's that thing, page down, catalog content manager. I think it's there. If we have the document, let me see if it is possible or not. Actions, view summary, view content. Okay, if you see this, this is supplier ID, this is supplier part ID. Okay, manufacturer name, punch out label, supplier name. Okay, if you go in there, you will find all those fields. These are the fields that you will be filling up when you are creating a catalog. Custom classification, punch out enabled. Punch out enabled means like this item you will be buying it from the supplier website. Okay, this way. So there are a lot of fields are there. If you see, okay, you can see the green like preferred items, effective date, price for unit quantity, unit for conversion. Okay, minimum quantity that you need to order, package quantity, supplier part auxiliary, and all those things are there. Let me show you keywords and all. These are the keyword, language, manufacturer, URL. So URL is basically is required, supplier URL or manufacturer URL, in case it needs to be punched out. Okay, because the system will redirect you to the particular website, so that URL should come from the supplier. Okay, thumbnails, image, as you see the catalog items image, right? So here you will be maintaining this image. Okay, thumbnail image and a full size image. You see the images of the items, right? You buy, same if you buy anything from the Amazon or Flipkart, right? The same way you can see from here. So this is the images you can see because it has been uploaded here at this level. Okay, so manufacturer part ID and all those things. Lead time is shown here. What is the lead time? Okay, this is generally I think days in here. Okay, description of the item, classification codes, other details are there. Now these same details, okay, These same details you will be uploading via file. This is how you create catalogs in the system. Okay, so this is been done by the CIF file. So I think I have a CIF file in here. Let me see if it is there in the downloads. Yes, this is the CIF template. Okay, so I'm opening this. It's not here in a good manner. We open with Notepad if it comes better looking. This is yes. These are all some different. Okay, so let me close all. Yes, migration. This is. We close these all files. This all. Let me reopen it in with Notepad. Okay, yeah. Now you can see this. This is CIF. This is important. This parameter you don't need to change anytime. Okay. Once it is there, it will remain in this one. Load mode full. Okay. As I said, right, incremental on full, so that way it will be full. Supplier ID domain, network ID, comments generated on this one, comments is there, unit of measurement, currency that you in currency you are loading it, character set, this is character set UTF-8, so it's a coding. Whenever you upload these files, these are some standard coding that you need to keep it. Code format UNSPs. Okay, comments is there and all those things. Now here you can see these are the important field names. Okay, these are the same field names that we are discussing here. Okay, if you see from here, supplier ID, supplier part ID, sorry, supplier ID, supplier part ID, manufacturer part ID, item description, manufacturer part ID, punch out layer, supplier description, so all those things are the same. Okay, you will see this images, thumbnails, unit price, image, thumbnail, inkit, punch out label, and all those things. So as of now, what happens is, as a general practice, what we do is we provide this data to SAP. Okay, they upload it because these things are little if you can say, like, it's little hard to upload from our side because we do not have a proper templates for these things. SAP has it, like they have some system with them, like they can bifurcate all those things like a simple Excel fields, and they can fill it out. Okay, as we are seeing in here, we don't generally get this into the Excel file, but they can do that. Okay, so in that case, you will be able to, either you can get the template from them. Once the implementation or integration one happening in there, you can ask them that please provide the template, maybe they can provide with you. Okay, in that scenario you can ask this. Okay, this data from the supplier or from you internally, you can arrange this data. Once this data being done in here, then you need to simply save this file and upload from here. Okay, yeah, from catalog manager, go in there and you will be uploading it, the catalogs in here. Import new catalog, so it's this way you will be able to upload the new catalog. Okay, this is how the catalog thing comes in here. Later on, you can have some of the catalog validation rules and all on this one. So validation rules, what it says, like if you allow these things, like particular scenarios which you will be applying, like, so for example, so you can also export the CIF template from here. Okay, you can see this export CIF template. It's the same thing will come in here. Okay, you can also export the validation rules in here. So these are some standard rules already in there. Okay, and if you want, like, maybe expiration date, and also if you click on like action, edit rule, delete rule, disable rule. Okay, So we generally like these are the standard ones, so we generally don't change this one. So you can see this uh, like uh, these are particular like operators is there, okay, that you will be providing it, and there's a range, okay, that is this is expiration date. So on 30th September 21, like it will get expire and all. So these kind of things you provide in there. Okay, these are the constraint and all, that this item is valid till date. Like supplier says, right, the price is valid for a particular period of time, it's not valid for always, right? So those kind of things in here, so that kind of rules if required you can apply. Generally some of the time these things are not there. Like generally supplier says to you, sir, if you want to change, like you need to change the price, because generally like he even himself don't know when he is going to change the price, right? So the providing the dates and all, like generally kind of little dicey. Okay, so they generally come to you, they say you need to change the price in your system, so then you will be changing this price into this one. Okay, so these are the things that you will be seeing in here. Okay, so list of modified, you can see this last modified and all. So this way you can check all those validation rules in here. So from here you can import the validation rules by directly, okay, and export the validation and export the SAP template. So if like you just want to see the template format, you can download from here. Okay, so majorly like this is how we upload the catalogs in there. But as I said, right, the catalog part is generally maintained by the like initially, like we need to provide the same data to the SAP and they do it. Even though in case if it is not there, like at the time, you can raise an SR service request, and in that case they can simply provide you the correct file and format.
Okay, even if we have the Excel sheet.
Yes, like you have the Excel sheet, okay, you provide that data to them, raise an SR, they will map that into the file with them, and they might upload it on your behalf.
Huh.
Okay, so this is how it happens, this is how the catalogs generally been mapped into the system. So that's what I'm saying, like someone would have been done something in here, maybe someone would have uploaded some different thing. So what happens is, as you can see, this is always a full load. Okay, so whatever the older ones will get deactivated or like it will be removed. So as soon as it happens, then it will be like a mess. Okay, so that's the reason it happens. And if you give the name of a particular supplier, then this kind of things happens. Okay?
Huh.
So that's how this thing works in this. So this is major from the catalog side. So all those things are in there. You can always check all the catalogs in here, and this is the content documents. Okay, so where you will be able to see particular suppliers, this you can see the supplier name and catalog name, which is the catalog name is given in here. Okay, and you can check and you can go see, this is the item showing. So for this one supplier, you can see the supplier is same, but you have multiple catalogs in this one, and you have items in one. This supplier, this catalog, you have 116 items. In this catalog you only have 5 items. In this one you have 25. In this one you have 1, you have 27. Okay, so this way you can see that you can have a catalogs of particular set of line items. Okay, you have few line items in a particular catalog. Okay, so
So,
just arrows come.
so the CIF file,
Mm-hmm.
the CIF file which is there. So so even SAP guy also import them from their side for our catalogs.
Yes, they can.
Um,
They see they have all the access, right? These guys are like kind of super users. So as you
okay.
work, if you see if you see from their side, they have the access. Like they can select to which client they want to see the data on their
Oh,
screen. Like because this is all on cloud, so they need to first select the client, which client the issue come, and they will select that client, and they will able to see everything in there.
okay, okay. Just interesting question from my
Yeah, yeah.
perspective, because
Yes, yes.
are they in the are they in the same time zone as we are, or
No, no. So
or
it's a different. Like it's like
uh,
so as
they,
support thing is, see, support teams are based out in different locations. If you raise an SR, okay, so there are multiple types. So there are four categories of SR. If you raise a SR with priority 1, okay, within 2 hours you will get a you will get a call on the mobile. Okay,
oh, okay, okay.
Priority one means like your system is down. Okay, so system is down, these guys take it very seriously, and like 2 hours is the maximum time. Like you can get the email or call within half an hour. Okay, and they will start working on this. Could be from anywhere. Like sometimes I raised an SR and I received the call in the night around 10 p.m. and that call was coming somewhere from the Brazil. So they have this kind of like, yeah, so that's what I'm saying, like they have different customer centers, and whoever all will be active at that moment of time will give you a call and try to resolve your issue. Okay, so this is how it works. So priority one is the one that is within 2 hours. I think priority two is I think 24 hours or 48 hours. And priority three, like they take their own sweet time. Three and four, like they do not, like they take their own sweet time. They don't work much on that part. Like you need to little follow up with them, and then they will provide the solution.
Yeah, but actually, it must be client aligned. Am I right?
Client
Like
aligned is
we work
also
for.
there. See,
Okay.
client aligned is like this one. You need to pay for that. You can get it some privileged kind of service. The service will be there. But what they do is they will assign a particular manager, project manager for yours. For that, I think they charge something little extra. Or maybe you like once you are buying this solution, at that moment of time, you need to negotiate this thing.
Okay. Oh, is it? Okay.
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 Yeah.
And they work along with us within the same time zone.
Yeah. So time
If
zone doesn't matter,
the
right? See,
man,
the time.
no,
See,
no,
times
see,
you whatever the issue is there. Okay, for example, whatever the issue you are facing, you just drop an email. So you raise an SR, the SR will be picked up by that person, that representative, especially for them. If you have an like a special arrangement with the SAP, so those guys will be picking up your SRs and they will be working on it. Like you can schedule a calls later on the same time and all. You can drop the emails to them and all those things. So normal way doing the things.
okay, okay. No, the reason I was saying about the time zone, because if let's say we have a timing from 1 o'clock to 10, right?
Hmm.
And the developers or the implementers, if they are not available between this time and they are in a different time zone, then the communication differs. So right. So and you say that if there is there is a specific manager for this, so they align with the client. That is what you said.
Yeah, so what happens is, for
Okay.
example, you have an issue. Okay, if you have an issue, you will be dropping an email to these guys. Okay, so they will be working. So they will not show you anything. Okay, so they will do it back end from their side. So, for example, the manager is that you said like I am facing any issue in the uploading the catalog. They'll not resolve it like within 1 hour, obviously. Okay, what they do is you send out an email. These guys will check in the back end. Okay, what is happening in there? The person, the manager, will assign someone this task to someone their technical team. There's a different team.
Okay.
They will be coming maybe like after 6 hours or 7 hours. Okay, so no
Okay.
issues.
Okay.
So he will be assigning to that person. He will be looking into the issue. If he find out the issue, he will resolve it. He will upload your files and everything. If no, then he will be dropping you again an email that please share the screenshot of the issue or something like that. Please provide the further details on this one. And if all required, they may ask you to schedule a call, which time is like suitable for all of you guys. That's how
Okay.
these guys resolve these issues.
No, it looks like deliverables we are waiting for, right? We are assigning a development or something to other team, and we wait for the deliverables. It's something
Yes,
like
yes,
other,
yes.
right? Okay.
Okay.
Um,
So this is how they work. Like this is a standard practice. This is how the
mm,
SAP works. So like we can't do much in there.
yeah. They uh, mm, they upload the documents. They upload the catalogs from the buyer perspective as well as the punch out. Both of the catalogs they upload.
No, punch out is supplier. See, if anything is coming from the supplier side, then supplier directly reach out to the Ariba. We will not be coming
Oh,
into the picture.
okay, okay, okay,
So that is supplier. See, for example, one is your side, another is the supplier side. For example, Amazon. You are buying something from the Amazon. So Amazon
okay.
maintaining the catalog on their website. So you will not be playing any part in that, right? Because you need to just buy it.
Right, right.
Yeah. So same happens with
Uh,
the supplier. So supplier, if anything they are maintaining on the supplier website, we are not
mhm.
responsible for that. Supplier will be responsible for that.
Okay. 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 Fine.
Okay,
So,
so yeah, tell me.
so that indicates that the punch out catalogs, when we create by using the punch out catalogs, they don't have to be
Hmm.
in our system,
No,
right?
no, that's what I'm saying. See,
Uh,
standard catalogs, we are maintaining data in our system. Punch out catalogs, we are not maintaining any data in our system. We will be
okay.
just having the URL. So what will happen in punch out, the system, as I showed, right, the URL. So here, this is the
Mm.
URL. If you see here, that's punch out. Is that punch out,
Yeah.
supplier
If,
effective, punch out enabled. You can see this option, punch out enabled. If you see this
right.
punch
Right.
out enabled, if you select this yes, okay, for any supplier, if you select that punch out enabled is yes, okay, then you will be providing a URL. So
Okay.
is that
Mm-hmm.
URL option is there? I think I see. I just showed you, right?
Yeah, it is there. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
there.
So some,
You have shown that.
yeah. So you will
Uh,
be yeah, here it is URL. You can see this URL. Okay. Manufacturer URL and the supplier URL. Okay. So
uh,
you can see this. So what will
yes.
happen is, so this
Okay.
URL, okay, this URL will be provided by the supplier, and whatever happens, like as soon as you try to search this item, this URL will be, you need to click on this item and it will take you out from this site to the supplier website.
Okay. Okay. And we
And
select
you will,
items, and those are
yes, you will be selecting that item, simple, like add to cart and check out the cart. As soon as you click on the checkout to cart, that item will be coming here in the your PR level or PO level, the same way
so it
that we are
doesn't.
doing it.
So the supplier has to be in our system, right?
Yes,
The
supplier has to
okay.
be in our system. Yes, without
Right.
supplier
Okay.
you can,
Supplier.
how see, there is a link
Yeah.
should be there, right? The supplier
Right.
should be
Right.
there and this URL should be there. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. No,
So
you can't access everyone's catalog in the market. You have that supplier in your system, then only you can.
mm, right. Right. So it's
Any doubts on this one? Catalog parts, how these things were sent, how you will be loading the files and all, how?
any workflow process for this. So here I mean, it's been understood that the catalogs are buying. I mean, the subscription catalogs, standard catalogs, and the punch out. Only two types of catalogs, right?
Yes, standard catalogs and the Punjab catalog. Right. Two types of catalogs are there only that you need to maintain in this one. Okay. Punch
And
out catalogs,
okay,
you will be just maintaining the URL. You will not be doing anything in there. You will be just maintaining the system. Like the supplier lies, the responsibility lies with the supplier. For the standard catalogs, you will be asking the data from the suppliers. Suppliers generally have the standard catalogs data with them. They provide you. You simply upload into the system.
okay, and so the the catalog items that are present in the catalogs, they always have the images, or they have to be there, or just a line item also works.
No, so
Because
if image, yes, you can see this. If image, like image and thumbnail should be there. If not, like it will be looks blank. Okay, it
okay,
will look
so
blank. So you'll not be able to
so
see the
even
picture of that item.
yeah, okay, so even okay, even the single item works, the plain item, right? Because usually what happens in SRM, without the picture, without the images also, catalogs are there most of the times.
Yeah, so same thing is happens in here also.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Yes.
and one any approval
Yeah.
part for this? Uh,
So approval part, this I should, right? You want an approval there, so you will be doing from there. So here you need to assign and approval process is there, right? Catalogs.
okay.
Okay, so you come here. So where is that? Active one. Let's see. Or maybe just like showing you here, manage core administration. Validation. So basically what we say is the validation rules in here.
Right, right.
So this,
Okay. So the
yes, the one that I showed you here, right? So here you will be putting the validations in here
right,
and
right. Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And once you
Yeah,
upload any
validate.
catalogs, yeah, so you will be uploading here and then you upload, you import any catalog, then it will be asking you some other details in here. Sorry. Import new catalog and you can see escape approval before sending the approval and all those things are in here.
Okay, okay, okay,
Okay.
okay. So okay. So is there any kind of validation for the catalog items to be in our system?
This is
Like
the
for
one that
example,
is, this is the
no,
rules
no,
that I showed you.
no, this is as per the approval process. No,
I
I
didn't,
agree.
I didn't get
I
your
agree.
question.
See, this, for example, you said you say that there are some validation rules, something like a start date and the period specific price, right?
Mm-hmm.
For example, between this start date and end date, the price
Mm-hmm.
date is this, right?
Mm-hmm.
The price is this. So that is a
Mm-hmm.
kind of validation rule. Now, for example, if I try to buy the products from the punch out,
Mm-hmm.
okay, let's say can I buy all of the items, or only, or while importing I have to validate that only these items have to be procured. There is no
So in
validation as
that,
such.
as such, there's no validation on that part, because see, when you are adding anything at the PR level, approval flow is already there, right? So why you will be
Okay,
putting double approval, right? Because
okay,
you
okay,
are selecting some item. For example, if you select some wrong
okay,
item in there, okay, maybe first of all, as you can see, this validation rules are there. So some catalogs are will be there available for you, and some will not be available for you. Okay, and as soon as you are adding some line items in there, so it will go for an approval of your manager. Okay, if it is something is not correct and all, so that
okay.
way, that this is why we have the purchase requisition approval flow, right? So unnecessarily,
Okay.
like putting a double approval flow will not be work, right? And the catalogs will be open. You cannot like bifurcate that. You can see one item from one supplier, and one like one item you can see, one item you cannot see. So catalog is available. If the catalog is available for you, all the items are there. It's visible. You can buy it.
Yeah,
Simple.
and another thing, can we have multiple items with multiple suppliers
Yes,
in
yes.
a
I
PR?
just showed you, right?
So how
Yes, we
does the
can.
PR?
So PO will be created POs. Multiple POs will
Okay,
be created in there in the PR.
okay,
If you have, say, if you have a PR, you created a PR. Okay, there are two line items from one supplier
okay,
and two line items
okay,
from another supplier. So what will happen
okay.
is, once the system will be like, once it will get completely approved, as soon as it will
Mhm.
convert into the purchase order, so there are two POs will be created.
Okay, okay.
Okay, two POs will be created.
Right, right.
Okay,
Okay.
just okay. So just a second. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, please tell me. Yes.
Sorry. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's all. I think the catalogs we import, and we give the approval process, and that's
Yes,
how it
yes,
is, right? Okay.
yes.
And I,
Okay. So, yeah. Okay.
this
So
year,
let's.
do we also convert the Excel sheets to the CIF file, or it is always the Ariba guys they give?
So if you have the option, but I think I don't know like whether you have that kind of functionality. But if you have, you can convert. But I don't think so. We have the functionality of that one. Like that, there's some kind of a tool or something is required to convert the Excel file into the CIF. So we generally
Mhm.
don't have that tool. That's why we need to have the help from these guys.
Okay. And another question. So there is one called spot buy, right?
Right.
Spot. So spot buy is it as say as good as a punch out catalog?
Yeah, so like, so spot buy, catalog buying. So these are all the things like where you will be using the catalogs in there, and the spot buy is like it
Okay.
will be directly coming on there, and you will be using. So these are all the features, different ways of ordering, but
Okay.
directly from the catalog site. Like you have a particular set of catalogs in there. Okay, so you will
Yeah.
be buying.
Mhm.
For example, you are having. So if you see the guided buying, if you heard about the guided buying, so here what happens is, whatever the catalogs you generally use, they will be visible on your home page itself. Okay, so it will be easy for you to pick up. So these things are being designed, and these parts are being designed for those kind of users, like HR guys. They want to buy laptop. So rather than coming to the procurement department, they themselves can order. But for them, they are not that technical. Okay, they are not aware of from the procurement side and all. So what they can do is, by the help of guided buying, spot buying, the things will be shown on their homepage. They simply go there, select the item, and order it. So for them to make that system easy, we do that thing. Okay, so this is how the things works. Okay, any questions on this?
Vijay, so the guided buying is like making things easy for them. I mean, it's something like uh, we streamline things so that they access the documents easily.
It's a altogether different view
Okay.
that you create for that one. Guided buying is altogether different view. So in background, the same thing happens in here, but
Okay.
it's just a, as I said, right, these are for those people, those are not that much educated or kind of on the platform, educated from the
Mm-hmm.
platform perspective. Okay, they are not aware of how to do the things and all. They are not that much technical. They don't know what is a GL account, what is a commodity gate and all. So they simply just
Mm-hmm.
go there on the screen. They can see it's simple like Amazon. You want to buy a laptop, you go there. You don't know the much of technicality in there. So that's why they will just search that this laptop is required. They select that item, add to cart, and order it. Whereas when you create here the requisition, you need to fill a lot of complicated details even from the finance side and all, right? So those things are
Right.
not aware. So that's why the guided buying and all those things been designed so that it will
Okay.
be easy for them. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So that's from this side. Let me show you now the overview of the CIG. Okay. So if you see, remember, this is the one uh, CIG one.
CIG cloud
Okay.
integration.
So this is the way it will be like. Here is the CIG in the diagram. It's a mediator between your ERP system and all, right? So
Mm.
this is how the CIG, cloud integration gateway. Okay, this is cloud integration gateway. So let
Mm.
me show. So as of now, it's a demo system. So that's why I said it's just a brief picture of that, because a lot of things is not here. It's not been configured in the system now. So let me show you where I need to go. Core admin, integration manager. You can see this cloud integration gateway. So I'm clicking on this. Now you can see this. This is where you can see this is disabled. Status is now enabled. Okay. So as of now, it's enabled. Okay. So if you click on this one, it will take you to the CIG page, cloud integration. So this access is also there separately. Okay. Some people will be directly given the access to CIG only because it's an integration portal. So maybe integration consultant or some people from the integration side will be having the access to this one. Okay, they don't need to have the access of your buyer system. They will be having the integration of directly integration portal. Okay, so these
So
are the thing.
so is this does this cloud integration is a separate entity, or or cloud has a PI or XA or something like that? It's just a interface.
It's an
CIG.
interface.
That's all. Okay.
Yeah, you can see this. Okay, this is a cloud integration gateway, and you can see this. You will be creating the test projects from here. Okay, in progress in this one and all. You can see this. If you click, like if you want to create a new one, or I'll show you any of this one. So people create these things. What happened? Yeah. So you can see this. This is all test. Okay. You will be assigning that which module you want to align, network sourcing procurement, from which you want to connect with. Okay. Then there is comes the connections in here. Okay. As of now, there's no connections in this one. Okay. Because it's a demo system, so no connections has been there. Then it comes the mapping. error is there, close. Okay, so these are all like tests, so close it. As of now, these are not properly maintained in this one. Okay, but if you want to create, you can create actual scenario. Once you having it, you will be creating this one. Okay, you will be providing any test name in this one, test name 1. Okay, you will be assigning it to the procurement, and then you will be defining some connections in this one. Okay, next. So here you need to add connections. So like this one, you will be adding the connection. So this is a one-time job. You understand? Like this is a one-time job. So please provide your connection. Transport type, HTTPS, environment. You want to connect it with a test environment or a production environment, or test and production both. Okay. So you can select anything in this one. You can name it. Okay. So test system, something like that, and this is your system ID. Okay. So you will. This is a system ID from your side. Okay. Then you will be having your this one, CIG trading partner relationship. Connect CIG to trading partner. So you will be providing the document type if anything is there. So any, like you will be any PR, PO, anything. You will be providing a URL, okay, of your system, and then you will have the authentication type, either a basic or certificate. So basic, in this one you will be having your username, password. Certificate, you need to upload a authenticated certificate in this one. Okay, you need to provide username, password, because we have selected basic. If you have a certificate, then it will be a certificate. Okay, so these are the things that you need to set up, so that
Oh,
connection know like which system needs to be connected to which system.
okay, just a second. At the connect CIG to trading butter. What is this about? Document
So
type.
trading,
Uh,
so trading partner, like the system connect CIG to the trading partner, whatever the trading partner you have. Okay, so any document that are coming from there, you need to provide that thing information, like Ariba. Basically your Ariba systems information, you need to provide it, and that way you will be completing it.
okay. Okay.
So this is just, see, that's what I'm saying, like these things I'm just showing you, but most probably this happens is like these things been done by pre-configured. So when, because this is very first time, this is very first time. Okay, so what happens is when you buy the system, SAP Ariba itself, like initially, because this is just not a very big deal, so it just take like maybe half an hour the job for them. So they sent it when is the very first time. Okay, because you will be doing testing and all, so they enable this thing in a very initial period of time. So
So
URLs and
these
all
are
those things.
connection settings between the Ariba and a cloud,
Your
so that
your ERP system and cloud, like ERP system will be also done in here, and you will be having a connection setting in this one.
okay, it's kind of a middleware which provides which gives the routing to Ariba and the ERP.
Yes, so it's like you can say like it's not kind of like it's a middleware. CIG is as I say, right? It's, you
Mhm.
can see this. This is how these things work. If you understand in a very
Mhm.
simple language, this is how it thinks. SAP Ariba on one side, CIG in the middle, and ERP
Mhm.
is there on other side. So ERP we consider as of now for S4 HANA. Okay, so this is how the system works. So it's a CIG. The data is bidirectional. From ERP, CIG will be sending some data to ERP, or the will be receiving the data from the ERP. Same will be
Mhm.
having from Ariba. It will be sending the data, and you will be receiving the data.
Mhm.
Okay, SAP Ariba understands the language of file format. Which file format? Like the data will be coming in the system in which file format? It will be, should always be in XML. Ariba
XML.
understand XML language. Okay. Same way ERP understand everything in a IDOC format, right?
Right, right.
Right. So this is the job. This is the job in the CIG. What happens is if any XML data coming from Ariba, for example, PO has been created in Ariba and been sent to the ERP. So how the flow will go? PO will be created in Ariba, an XML format of PO, XML file of the PO will be sent to the CIG. Now it's CIG job to convert this CIG, this XML file of PO into the IDOC file of the PO, so that this IDOC will be going to the ERP. The ERP will then confirm this, that PO has been created. So once the PO will be created in ERP, it will send a confirmation. The confirmation document will be in the IDOC format, will be sent back to the CIG. and the CIG will again converting that confirmation document and will be converting into the XML and sending it back to the Ariba.
Okay. ERP also understands XML. XML documents flow to ERP also. It depends on the versions.
Okay, maybe like, but you can see this is how this, whatever the version
Mm.
or whatever the file format is there, CIG is there to map that.
Mm.
Otherwise, how you will know the Ariba PO number will need to set up in a which field in ERP? How it will know? Okay, so that thing needs to be done by the mapping will done at the CIG level. Okay, and any doubts on this one? I hope like this is clear.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, because and another thing, what if the document, uh, what if the document stuck in middleware or somewhere? How do we? Does the interface guy check, or who checks that? Whether who checks the reason for the error of the PO in the middleware?
It's depend on who's working on that one, like which team is there, what kind of system you are using. So that kind of thing depends on that. Okay, yes, but you can also check. For example, I'll tell you what happens is, for example, you are working on this one, okay, and so for example, you are doing on my configurations, okay,
Mhm.
and here you can see this connections is there and mappings is there. This mapping thing is
Mhm.
my
Yeah.
voice.
Yes.
Just a second, guys. Okay, yeah. So you can see this mapping. So where here you can see the CXML document. So as I said, right, this is all about the CXML thing in here. Maybe on the ERP side, as you said, maybe there's some different, but here it's a CXML thing. Okay, so it will be the CXML document version, standard mapping, custom mapping. So I can show you because as of now the system is not designed in here. Okay, so that's why this standard mapping as custom mapping you can't see in here, but I'll show you how it looks. Okay, I'll show you maybe on the Google itself how the mapping looks. Uh, CIG mapping, CIG mapping images. Let me see if it is there. If possible, I can show you. Yeah, just hold on a second, guys. Okay, so guys, can you see this? This is okay. Let me see this if I can say open image in the new tab. Okay, you see this is the mapping part. Let me put it in the zoom. Are you guys able to see this?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Three.
so if you
Total three. What is this? Okay.
total three.
No, no. We have are these three different fields? The
Wait a second.
single item.
Wait a second. Let me explain first. Let me explain it. Okay, say this. These are the fields. Okay, that you need to map. As you, I hope you guys understand at least this much that whenever the any documents been going from Ariba to ERP or ERP to Ariba, how the system know that which field of, because Ariba is a completely different system and ERP is a completely different system. So how the system will know that which field data should match to which field data? Okay, you are sending a purchase order. When you send a purchase order, there are a lot of fields in there. Okay, if you see here, this thing. Okay, if you go in here, let me show you from here. This, okay, sorry, not even this one. Sorry, is that, this is here. Okay, yeah. So if you see here, this is the thing. If you see this PO, okay, or PR. So if any order been created, okay, so these things, title, purchasing unit, plant, company code, region, these fields are here in Ariba, but these fields are not exactly similar at the ERP side. Okay, so how the system will know? They are sending the PO. Okay, let me show you that history. You see here, the order EP was successfully carbon copied in ERP. Then we are saying this thing that we are sending this order into the ERP system. So this order being created in the ERP also. But how the system know that this PO should go there and this field should be visible at this field level in the ERP? So those things happens at this integration, like at this mapping level. That agreement date, expiration date should be coming into this particular. So this field should be matched with this field. Okay, so this is nothing but the same thing is just shown in here by these lines. Now standard fields which are mapped, there are some standard mappings already. Okay, for example, under select payment term here will be equal to the payment term here. Okay, or maybe like vendor party or vendor parties is equal to some vendor name in here. Okay, something like that. Okay, in that case, those are standard mapping which is already done in SAP CIG, and it will not be visible here by lines. Generally, the mapping here visible by lines, but SAP what it's done is it hidden the standard mapping lines. As because what happened is like the region has been given that if you show also the standard mapping line, it will become too complicated here. The structure become too complicated, like lot of lines you will be seeing in here. So that's why what they had done is for the standard field mapping, whatever the standard fields are mapped in there, they have hidden those standard mapping lines. Okay. Later on, whatever the custom file, custom mappings you will be doing, it will be shown into a different colors. Okay. So this is how it has been designed in this manner. So if you see this, like you can see this in unbounded, there will be different lines will be there is maintained. This is for classification. So this is like linked with this detail. Extensive, if you see this one, there's a field, this one, and this field is been associated with these three things: classification code, transfer location, and partial. You can choose add condition and all. You select this line and you can see add these conditions and choose from these things, functions and all. So this way you can design this thing. But generally, as I said, requires lot of knowledge. It's not that like it will be very easy to perform this thing. Okay, so it requires little time for you to understand these things. And generally SAP does this. Like a lot of things are standard. If there's any customization, like you will be requesting to them to perform this one. Maybe if you have the access, you can do some little bit analysis on this one. For example, I tell you an example that we recently faced. There was some address. Okay, address was coming from Ariba where the character length, okay, the character length was 60. Okay, but here the character length in ERP system was 59. Okay, so because of one character length short, the system was giving the error. Okay, so if you are sending up the this address with 60 character and more, the system was giving here error, it's failing. So later on we find out what is the reason in this one. So what we have found out that the character length was maintained here in the ERP is 59. So what we need to do is we need to select here, right click and increase the character length here. Okay, so those kind of standard things and all those things you will be able to perform under this mapping. So their long list is there and same long list is in this side. So you can check this thing and this way you will be able to handle it.
Okay, So the we see a highlighted fields on the left side and the right side. So these are these the standard ones?
No, no,
You
no,
mean to say?
not highlighted. So you can see this, you need to open it. So highlighted, you're saying this black color, right?
Yes, yes, yes. The black ones, which
So you need to
on
reopen
the
it. It's not opened. So the black colors ones are not open. You can see this, there is an arrow. So like you need
okay,
to click on it, it will open. There are multiple more within fields within that one.
okay,
Okay, so if I zoom it, you can see now, zoom, I have zoomed it. You can see this
right.
arrow, double arrow,
Yes, yes, yes. Expansion arrow.
expansion. So you can see this Incoterms is there. If it is not expanded, so it's black, and if it is expanded, you can see the multiple layer under. There are more
Oh,
fields in this.
okay, okay, okay. Got it. So these are the ones
So
which are not expanded. Okay.
yes, yes, yes. Okay. So check this one. Okay. The custom mapping, if you have the standard mapping will be there in the gray fields. If there's any custom mapping, that will be coming in the colorful fields.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay. So if you see here in the integration portal, if we go into the my configuration and mapping, so as of now there's no data actually, so that's why we can't show you, because this is all blank. Okay. So otherwise you can see the standard mapping, custom mapping. Here it will be written standard mapping, whatever the standard, it will be coming in here. Custom mapping will be
Oh,
coming in here. Okay. And you can see the version details and all test and production, which is like relevant to which one. Is it for test or is it for production? So you can see these things. Okay. Apart from this one, there is an important thing, that is a transaction tracker. Transaction tracker is nothing but it will check whatever the PO or PR you are sending or receiving. The system will check if the status is. So for example, as of now, you can see the environment is only test. If it is when you are actually working on the system, you will be having two environments. One is test, another is production. Okay, so that you can check the connection for both one, whether it's a test or whether it's a production. Then you will be
but
searching this thing. Yeah.
question here. But I think for a production it is a separate, and for quality it is a separate. Am I right? Or
No,
do we?
it just
No.
a no. It's the same single. It's just that you will be having the option to select here. Either it's a test system you are checking out, or it's a production system you are checking out. You will be having
Okay.
another production button in here itself.
Okay.
Okay, so this is how it will be there. Okay,
Okay.
so if you want to check for the environment for test, you will select this one. If you want to check for the production, you will select the production environment. Okay, and then you will be running this field. So the documents, you can see this transaction number. Transaction number is nothing but your purchase order, your invoice number, purchase order. If there's anything, whatever you are sending is the transaction number. Document type, okay, it will send. Sender, whether it's an Ariba system or whether it's an ERP system, who's the sender, who's the receiver, document status, destination, date last month. Okay, so in this one you can see the sender receiver. Sender, you will be putting Ariba network ID. Okay, if it is an Ariba, if it is in your ERP system, you will be again putting the sender ID. So there will be an ID assigned to that ERP system, that you will be putting it here, and by that you can also search. So these are kind of filters. Okay, so you can see this document status. So till the time everything is going completed and there's no error, failed, something coming in there, then you need not to worry. But someone says like there's some issue, system is not sending something and all, then in that case you need to come here and check, run a report and check. You can select multiple ways. Okay, so this way, or you can just select any error is not coming. So you just select the error and simply select it and run search. Time frame you can select for last 24 hours or something, and then you can search it. So if there is any error coming, it will reflect there the documents are failing. This way you can check whether your intermediate connection is working correctly or not. If it is something is failing at this level itself,
Hmm.
this means either Ariba is not able to send something properly, or either it's like ERPs from ERP side, we are not able to receive something properly.
Okay.
Okay, so this is transaction tracker. This is important because like you guys will be checking if there's an integration and you have the access, you will be majorly checking lot of things in here. in case of, in terms of whenever anything you've been sending to, for example, what happens is you send a purchase order from ERP, sorry, from Ariba. This, it doesn't went to the ERP system. So in that case, the very first thing you will be coming here and checking whether it passed through the CIG or not. If it is failed itself here, it means like it didn't went in there, right? So you need to first check in there. If it is passed from here and didn't reach in ERP system, it means that there's no issue from the Ariba side. There's some issue from the ERP side only. Okay.
Okay. So here we don't have ERP, right?
Yeah. As of now, we don't have it.
Okay.
ERP is there, but like it's just on some different kind of connectivity is there. It's not been like with the CIG.
Okay. Okay. And does this give the error description also?
Yes,
While
kind of it will
while
provide you the basic description in there, and you can download the data and you can check what is the error is coming in there. Even though
okay.
if the error is coming, you can also see the same error at the PO level. For example, you are sending a PO, it didn't went
Hmm.
through here. So at
Hmm.
your buyer level only, it will show you the error in the summary. Some error will automatically come in here.
Okay.
Okay, so from here you can also see if there is some issue, and that way you can check.
Okay. If the sender is Ariba.
So it's both ways. So sender, receiver, you can see the sender and receiver. So you will also receiving the documents from the ERP side, right?
Right. Okay. So that then
And
that
that,
case, sender is ERP,
yes, simple. It's simple,
right?
right?
And right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's agree. So if the sender is Ariba, sorry,
Hmm.
let's say for example, the sender is Ariba and the document transmits from Ariba to the ERP system. Okay,
Hmm.
but it has stuck in the middleware where the
Hmm.
Ariba sender. So now the update goes to the Ariba only, right? The error update goes only to the Ariba, right?
Yes, Ariba only, right?
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Now when we send the document, when there is update from ERP to Ariba and sender is ERP, and where does the error update then? Either whether it is in ERP or Ariba.
ERP
Got my
only. So
question?
if it is not, if it is
Okay.
doesn't transfer, see, if the system doesn't, if the document doesn't transfer to the Ariba side, then how it will give you the error? Error will be coming only in the Ariba side.
Okay.
The,
So it is
the
based.
document didn't crash. See, the document didn't cross that line. If you see
Yeah,
here, as
it
if,
depends on the sender.
yeah, so if SAP Ariba, see, if ERP sending any document and if didn't got passed from this CIG, then the error will come here only, right? It will
Mhm.
not come anywhere on the Ariba side because it
No, no,
doesn't
no.
pass this.
Okay.
Okay. Same way for SAP Ariba, if you are sending any document from here to the CI to the ERP, and if it got like it got failed at the CIG level itself, then ERP will not be able to see any error. The error
No,
will be
that
coming at the Ariba only.
okay. Agree, right. But actually, if there are some documents which have to integrate, if there are some documents which have to integrate between ERP and Ariba, let's say a PO or a invoice. So let's say a PO has been transmitted in Ariba and ERP. Now the invoice has to go into the ERP, uh, wherein invoice stops. So since the PO is a common thing, okay. So it's just a document based.
No, I'm not able to understand your query. Sorry.
No, that's okay. No, the reason I asked because sometimes what happens the document when we transfer to the ERP when it does when it or ERP to the Ariba, uh, there could be a scenario where both systems have updates on them.
No, no, I
Does that
don't
not?
think so. That
No,
can,
right?
no,
Okay.
and that's not kind of, I haven't seen
That
anything in
that
there.
does that does not happen.
That doesn't make sense. Also, like if, and see, either error will, if error is coming at the one side, like maybe there's an error at the one level, then it will
Uh-huh.
not go to the next level. It
Uh,
will give you the error at that same level, right? So for example, I'll show you an example. Let me search this invoices. Okay, search custom, no choice. Show you this one.
What happens? What happens is sometimes the PO ends up in the error. Okay, yeah, it's all different.
Reference. Yeah, reconciling history, and you say so exception. I'm just thinking all exception. Defaults.
Yeah, at least in logs, right? Okay. Does it not give the logs in the
Which logs? I didn't get you.
the question is okay. Let's say the Ariba the PO has transferred into a ERP system, or the ERP document has been sent to the Ariba, but
Mm-hmm.
there has been an error. Okay, this error updates.
Logs will come in there. Always comes. Logs always
Okay,
comes in the system.
okay.
So I showed you, right, the PO that we sent the purchase order to a supplier. Sorry, the PO we sent to
Mm-hmm.
the ERP and all, right? So in that manner, if you are sending anything, it always goes in there and the logs will get generated.
Okay.
So let me open again a purchase order then. Let me show you. Okay, so search. So custom no choice. Let me search this ordered. If you see any ordered or receiving one, so this is the order number receiving. If you click on the history, see successfully sent. It's a manually order. This is manually order. Let me show you some different one where this is a thing is there. Okay. These are all contract related. Let's see if it is there. You can see this carbon copy to ERP. If there's any issue, if it is doesn't send to the ERP system, it will come an error.
Okay.
Okay. So system always show you the the difference. Okay. So all the logs will get generated whenever you are sending it multiple times and all. It will get created and generated, and it will be all logged in here. Whether it's when sent, if there's some error, it will show there's an error in while sending and all. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so this is all about this one from the CIG's perspective, and this is how you can track the things in here. Okay, so major things that you will be using from this side is like one is a transaction tracker. This is the transaction that you will be using most of the time because system side you will be checking this thing whether the CIG is sending something or not. If there's any failing in this one, then you will be finding out the root cause whether it's failing on the ERP side or on the Ariba side. But this transaction tracker is the quite important. Wherever there is an issue, the very first thing you will be checking any issues related to the document is not being able to send to the other system or not able to communicate between the two systems. The very first thing you will be coming here and checking this thing. You can search with the transaction tracker and date and all. Okay.
Okay. And another thing,
Yeah.
in Ariba, in cloud, we usually have two different options, either the on-premise or the cloud, right?
Yes, on
Is that
premise
right?
and on demand. Yes. On premise and on demand.
On-premise,
So
on-demand.
yeah, so this is all on cloud. So as we said, right, this is all cloud platform, all cloud tool is there. So this is all about the cloud.
Okay. So on-premise is a client's own server. Is that what?
Yes, yeah, client owned server, right? Kind of. So see, frankly speaking, I haven't worked on the on premises. I especially worked on the
On-premises.
on cloud.
Okay.
Yeah, but yes,
Okay.
on premises majorly like whenever you will be having, as the name says, right, on premise. So the server and everything needs to be there set up in your company, in your organization, right? On premise. So
Yeah.
it's more, yeah. So it's more of like your ERP system. Like previously, we have the ERP systems, right? So in that one, you need to maintain the server at your level and all. So those kind of
SRM.
things is there. SRM, yes, yes.
Okay.
So, but I didn't work on the on-premises, so I can't exactly explain you much in detail in there.
No, no. Okay, okay. Okay. I just wanted to know about that because it always confuses me. That is why. Uh,
No, no, no. So cloud is this one, on-premises is that one. So most of the
okay.
time, like it's all cloud, on cloud only, and
Okay.
this is, you don't need any server for this one because this is data has been maintained by the SAP itself in the multiple locations. Multiple
Hmm.
locations, like they have servers in countries, I think US, Singapore, Middle East
Yeah.
region, so Europe. So if you select, you will be seeing that some of the times it will be coming to you if you work on this one, which server you are using. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so in that,
India.
I don't think so. They have in India. I think they
Is
we
that
generally, like currently the one that we are using. See, you can see the current one that we are using is a European server.
Europe?
Okay,
Yes. Yes.
the
That's
server.
true. True.
Yeah, so same way, I think they have few locations, like not in everywhere, but yes. So your data will be stored in that location. So different countries have different rules, and this is how it is designed. Like for example, Saudi Arabia, I work for there, and so the requirement from Saudi and all those countries are that they want that server in their own country. So
Yeah.
I
That is
think,
what.
yeah, so they have set up a data center in there for
Okay.
Middle
Okay.
East region, so that their
Mhm.
data will not go somewhere out. So that was kind of restrictions are also there. So
Mhm.
like company needs to maintain that. But this is all on like cloud. So you just need a login ID and password. Okay. So just with the URL, you can log in anywhere, with any computer, any laptop, and you will be able to fetch all the data and go through with this one.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Ramya, any questions? I hope it's been little clear to you and you are getting a little bit more of it.
Yes, I'm trying to understand this.
Okay. 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 No problem. So that's all, guys. I think anything left out? I think reports are left out. So maybe tomorrow
Uh,
we'll cover the reports. Apart from
okay.
this one, I think all those things been covered. Any
Mm,
other doubts you have? So just let me know. Ariba network supplier side, if you want, as you worked already on the supplier side, just go there, log in your supplier accounts, supplier.ariba.com. Okay, supplier.ariba.com. Log in there, practice, see the things in there. Sorry, this is different. Not open. Okay, Google. Let me first open the Google. Okay, then I put Ariba. Sorry, supply.ariba.com. Okay, supply.ariba.com. Okay, so this is the straightforward link, supply.ariba. You click on this, it will come in there. You need to log in and go in there. Any issues you have from a supplier side, log in there, roam around the supplier side and all, see all these details in there. If you have any doubts on this one, please come with the questions. Okay,
yeah. Yeah.
so
Sure.
that way I will be telling, like I will be able to show you all those things.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
rest, all these things been covered, all those things been covered. Still you have any topics, please let me know. If you want one more class and all, so tomorrow we will be having a class, so for this one, especially for the reporting, but it's not that much. Like I think within half an hour we'll be able to complete this topic.